Well, hello there. It's around the water cooler. It is the evening of Monday, May 10th, 2021. Got a few news and notes. We'll get those done and get you out of here. Lickety freaking split. Start with MLB. During the mediocre program this morning, I talked about Jacob DeGrom leaving in the sixth inning over the weekend. He did have his MRI. It came back negative for the issue on his arm side, underneath on his lats. They did put him on the 10-day IL as a precaution. So very good news for both baseball fans, but specifically the Mets fans. NFL. In Jacksonville, we will be Tebowing again. Yes. I'm a big fan of the dude. Jacksonville has signed Tim Tebow to a 1-year deal. He will play tight end for Urban Meyer in the house that they built together at the University of Florida. They're going to be running it back in Jacksonville. So, just for old time's sake, I guess. I will say this about Mr. Tebow. There's been some really good glue guys in sports. This is like the number one guy that makes that. He runs around this planet doing things that are just unbelievable. He has such a big heart. Does things for autism, which is special to my heart and my family's heart. But he rescues women that are being smuggled into the country, put into the sex trade. Does all kinds of stuff. Doesn't look for the headlines. Just a really good dude. Honestly, if you got a problem with him, the problem's with you. He's just that kind of guy. I am pulling for him big time. So congrats to him. And good on Urban Meyer for giving him a shot. He's probably going to slot in as your number 2 tight end. He can block. He's going to give you all the effort. He's going to catch anything near him. Don't be surprised he doesn't get a whole lot of reps in Jacksonville because he is easily the number 2 guy at this point already. So we'll see. The haters are out already. But as Winston Churchill once said, you have enemies? Good. Means that you stood for something in your life. There. Not only did he stand for something, he kneels for something. Good dude. Whether you're religious or not, pay him some respect. Speaking of respect, or the opposite actually, Green Bay, I understand, has, in what is probably just posturing, it's reported by Ian Rappaport that they've extended a contract offer, a long-term contract offer to quarterback Aaron Rodgers. It reportedly involves a case of pacifiers. Whatever. Get off my lawn. Yeah. Anywho, we're going to switch sports before I get all uptight and stuff. NBA. Boston Celtics just saw their playoff hopes pretty much go up in an in a nuclear funnel cloud. Jaylen Brown tore ligaments in his wrist. He is out for the season. The likelihood that the C's get through the East just went up in smoke. Just really sad. Good nucleus. It's a good young team, good young coach. They'll be back, but I don't see them getting to the East now. The Knicks are better. They're on a run. The Sixers are good. Bucks are good. Not going to get through without Jaylen Brown. It's just not going to happen. Russell Westbrook. Me and Russ have had our problems, although he just doesn't know me from Adam. So I have problems with him, I guess, in the past. A very selfish player, it seems, mainly off the court. He's mouthy, he's high maintenance, he's a diva. A lot of sports have divas. NFL, find me a receiver, a wide receiver one that's not a diva. Good luck. You might. I ain't put much money on it. Same thing with point guards and two guards and, anybody on an NBA court in today's modern game. Ask Michael Jordan about that. He'll just laugh his ass off, actually. This game has gone marshmallow soft. But anyway, the definition of a good game in this sport is the triple-double. And he just broke the record for triple-doubles that was held by Oscar Robertson. And if you don't know, if you got to run to Google for who it is, now you realize it's an old record. Exceptional record for him to break. An exceptional player that Oscar Robertson was. You have to be able to, unlike the school of Allen Iverson. I love Allen Iverson, but do you think he got a lot of trip dubs? No. He'd score 40, he'd get 2 assists because the ball was velcroed to his hand until he was going to shoot. You got to drop 10 dimes a night to get trip dubs. So you can't say he's so selfish of a player. Can you say he's eccentric because he's good? See, the difference between being eccentric and being an a-hole is that an eccentric person is good at what they do. It's the only difference. So he's eccentric. He is very good at what he does. I got to give him all the credit in the world. Congratulations to him. And he is lost on a team that has absolutely no prayer of ever being good ever again in Washington. They need to draft heavily. But wait, before they draft heavily, what they should do is drink heavily. Then draft heavily. Then drink some more. And I'm not talking about Gatorade. I'm not. And this is still coffee. I drink it all the time. See? No, you can't. Made you look. So that's pretty much the personnel stuff that's going on in sports. Very relieved about Jake DeGrom. To me, I don't want to see anybody get hurt. And there's too many injuries in MLB. It was preventable. I talked about that this morning. It absolutely was preventable. Manfred should go. Tony the Tigger should go. They need to make changes because they've endangered a whole lot of players. And now, and I didn't really. I gave short shrift to how much damage they were going to do to the position players. I really thought it was going to be a pitching hellscape. I really did, but I had no idea how bad. I knew there'd be injuries on both sides of the plate, and I knew there'd be bullpen blowouts. I knew there'd be all kinds of problems. I had no idea the level of it. They have literally, in my mind, decimated the game over the short term. Over the next couple of years. It's going to take a couple of years for this to come back. With modern medicine, modern surgical techniques, some of these guys are going to come back. They'll be fine. This was 20 years ago. These are career enders. He shouldn't get away with this. Neither one of them should. And then as it relates to Tebow, absolutely the opposite end of the spectrum. Such happy news for him. And I mean, him and Demi, They're really good people. They're going to light up Jacksonville like they've been lighting up the world. Um, I want to see him start. I want to see Jacksonville. I like what they're doing. And in an AFC South where you've got changes in Indianapolis with a guy that's not gone to the playoffs before, you got in the as far as a quarterback, you've got other problem. You've got a couple, two or three teams there that are gettable in the AFC South. Um, this is there's the potential they could go out and do some damage. They could be a wild card team. It's possible. They're in a fairly weak division from my perspective. So let's see what happens with them. I'm not going to bury them right off the bat. They got a shot. They could do some things. Houston Texans are in there. And that is going to be a grease fire for a while. Even though this guy this GM is doing a pretty good job. He's got his workout cut. I mean, he's got himself a project. The Green Bay thing, we'll see. Jaylen Brown, feel bad for the kid. Works his tail off. And the C's, they're good people. It's a good nucleus. It's a good crew. And Westbrook, salute you, man. I'll get back to hating on you later when you start running your mouth or something. Diva down there. That's all I got. It's like Elvis or something. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the ringy dingy, say all, and then share far and wide, because sharing is caring. More sharing is more caring and is much more appreciated. And I will holler at you tomorrow. Peace out, me homies. See ya.